host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016. There's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with their opponents.
For San Francisco.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Taken about 7 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
To Dallas Goedert.
23 yards, the final tally.
3 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Hurts. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll try to run with Sanders. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. 4th down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down.
38-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Hey, come on. 49. Hey, alert. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They're going option play on 3rd down. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
At the 23-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Eagles 3, 49ers nothing.
Here we go. 21.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now Leonard Fournette. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Again, the ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
21. Here we go.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, they can catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
34 yards there and a first down.
First down.
Throwing is Hurts. He's going to let this one go deep. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Derek Barnett, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. This is Fournette. He's got room to run past the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line.
He was brought down by...
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. Garoppolo now. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo, man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And 13.
Here we go. 20, 21, 21.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Kendrick Bourne, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And they're going to bury him back at the 11-yard line. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. On second down, it's Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Philadelphia.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They go play action with Hurts. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Incomplete. It's now second and 10.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
8 yards on the pickup.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Complete to
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
First down, Eagles.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
The ball carrier.
The tackle by Eric Armstead. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
On the pickup. And this is 3rd.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That's caught by Jackson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Hurts to throw. Caught by the tight end Hurts. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Philadelphia.
They'll run. It's Sanders. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This pass caught at the 4. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. 4th down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles are back within a score. So now again, the Eagles will go for 2.
Conversion.
They'll turn to Sanders. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
14. Eagles 11.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
12.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now Fournette. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
White.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Garoppolo able to get this complete to Ayuk. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Fournette running out of the gun. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Niners 21. Eagles.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Up 2nd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. Now Sanders. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
12. First down, Philadelphia.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Left side here to Sanders. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Niners 21, Eagles 18.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, 49ers. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
First down, Eagles.
On first down, Hurts looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
28.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. A quick throw into the hands of Rager. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
4-yard line.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give them 14 on that one, and a first down.
First down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line.
They'll run with Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Another run with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are back within a score. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo tossing quickly out wide. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield if you're more than
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, his 2nd sack of the night. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
12, fellas, here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Let's go, D. 13.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a dump off here complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Sanders, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Once again with Sanders. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Quick
Garoppolo to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down. Back to throw, Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
By Fletcher Cox. A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now third down. That's the end.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues.
Gary on the tackle.
Brought down by Nate Gary.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Fournette. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Taken down.
They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's
now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Niners, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile,